Hello there, welcome to my new channel, Talented Reads. I wanted to kick off the year and my channel with a video talking about all of the reading challenges I will be participating in 2022. Now, I love challenges. I will say I tend to participate more in yearly challenges, which you'll notice, which is the majority of what these ones are. You know, anything that I can obsessively plan out is right up my alley. I'm not really a mood reader, and if I'm left to just pick something off my shelf, I will just pick up nothing. So, yeah, I'm all about the Excel reading spreadsheet with my entire yearly plans. So, with that said, let's get into the challenges. So in 2022, I am participating in 9 challenges. Wait, is it 10 challenges? 12 challenges? Hold up. Okay, yeah, it is 9 challenges. Seemed like I had more. So first off is the yearly 2022 challenges with my 2 book besties. We have a book club together called CBB. Our yearly challenge is made of 24 prompts, but 25 books, as there's 1 prompt that you need to read 2 books for. You know, we each submit 8 prompts and then compile everything together. You just can't beat a challenge with friends, you know? So a few books that I have picked out for this challenge that I'm excited to read are For Your Own Good, A Touch of Jen, The Sanatorium, and Trick Mirror. The second one is the Buzzword Reading Challenge. This challenge is hosted by Books and Lala. I'll link the announcement video for you to watch if you're interested. Each month there is a buzzword, and you have to read a book whose title contains that buzzword. So a few books that I have picked out for this challenge that I'm excited to read are Little Darlings, Burn Our Bodies Down, The Book of Essie, and Gods of Jade and Shadow. The third one is the 52 Book Challenge. This challenge is hosted by the 52 Book Club, in which there are 52 prompts, and the challenge is to read a book to fit that prompt. You can read them at your own pace, you know, if you want to read all 52 within the first 3 months, or you want to spread them out. You know, the only rule is, you know, your challenge, your rules. So interpretation of the prompts, and like I mentioned, the pacing is a little flexible. Now, me being the obsessively planner that I alluded to earlier, I will be completing 1 book a week for this challenge, so that it's truly a yearly challenge. A few books I have picked out for this challenge that I'm excited to read are The Right, Supermarket, The Year of the Witching, and Born. The 4th challenge is the Books in the Freezer Reading Challenge. This is hosted by Steph from the Books in the Freezer podcast, where they talk about all things horror fiction. Books in the Freezer is one of my favorite podcasts to listen to. I participated in the 2021 reading challenge and was so happy to see it come back for 2022. There are 12 prompts in total in which you read a book to complete each prompt. And, you know, if you've been following along so far, you'll know that I will be reading 1 book a month. A few books that I have picked out for this challenge that I'm excited to read are The 20 Days of Turin, which, by the way, has one of the creepiest covers, Ring Shout, The Girl with All the Gifts, and Nightblood. The 5th challenge is the Book of the Month reading challenge. I am a subscriber to the Book of the Month, and each year they come out with a reading challenge that has essentially 3 badges, and there's 1 prompt for each badge. The 3 badges this year are Book Boss, where you just read 12 books. And these are books that you purchased in 2022. Debut Darling, which is to read 3 debuts. And Page Pusher, which is to read a book that's 400 plus pages. Now, just because of the nature of Book of the Month, I haven't really picked out any books ahead of time for this, since it really depends on what you're picking for that month's selection. However, for January, I selected Reckless Girls, which I have added to my January TBR, which I'm sure will count in the Book Boss category. I don't think that's 400 pages, so it's probably not going to count for the Page Pusher. And Rachel Hawkins has published books before, so it's probably also not going to count for a debut. But that's okay. It's one book toward my Book Boss, so I'm on a roll already. The 6th one I have to talk about is the 12 challenge. This was created by Shadow Booker on Instagram. This challenge is that you have 12 months to read 12 books recommended by 12 friends. So a few books that I have picked out for this challenge that I am very excited to read are The Silent Companions from my friend Michelle, Razorblade Tears from Starla at Starla Enjoys, Firekeeper's Daughter from Jess, and Slewfoot from Steph at the Butts in the Freezer podcast. Now, the next couple ones I have to talk about are actually more monthly challenges rather than yearly challenges. So last year I participated in the Magical Readathon, which was hosted by Book Roast, who created this fantastic world and characters. I read the 7 books for the Novice Path to successfully reach the Aurelium Academy. I also read the 3 books needed for the character section, which covered your character's background, province, and heritage. And, in that video, she talked about that being kind of like the introduction and kind of the first portion of the reading challenge. So at some point this year, I'm expecting to hear more about the next portion. So this will be my 7th 2022 challenge. And again, I can't really pre-plan since I don't know what any of the prompts will be. But all I know is that I will be participating for sure. The 8th challenge is again with my CBB book club, with my book besties. We usually do like 2 or 3 monthly challenges throughout the year. So obviously when those come up, I will be participating. And again, I can't really pre-plan since they aren't usually sent out until the month before. But yeah, I'm very excited for those. And the last challenge I have to talk about is actually just a challenge that I created for myself. I'm going to briefly talk about it here because I actually have another video coming with a full introduction and a more detailed look at kind of what the challenge is and how I'm going to be running and completing it. But the last challenge is a horror challenge. I will be reading a total of 60 books. There's really not any prompts, but more of reading books from horror subgenres. This will be a combo of books and movies, which I'm very excited about. A few books I have picked out for this challenge that I'm excited to read are The Devil in Silver, World War Z, Carrie and Comfort, and Now You're One of Us, which I hate this cover because I hate this random piece of hair. I keep trying to brush it off. But anyways, now this is a challenge that I'm kicking off in 2022, but due to the sheer nature of all the subgenres and horror, this challenge is actually going to go even all the way into 2024. Apparently, I love yearly challenges so much that I now feel the need to have 3-year challenges. It's going to be a journey, I'm sure. So that's all the challenges I have. If my math is accurate, that's a total of 189 books so far. As we kind of talked about, there are some monthly ones in there that I don't know what the total book count is just yet, but from what I absolutely do know, there's 189 books, which is a freaking rip of books. So I feel the need to say that I'm not reading 189 books. I will be attempting to fulfill more than one prompt across challenges. Now, most of these challenges are hosted by others, which have Goodreads groups and story draft challenges set up, and you can find pretty much all of these people on Instagram. I will link everything I can down in the description box if you want more information or wish to participate as well. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.